Good morning, welcome to meditation. I am Michelle and I'll be guiding you through today. Find a comfortable upright seated posture. You can sit either on your mat on the floor, on a bolster, on blocks, whatever it is that you happen to have that you need to get yourself comfortable for the next half hour or so. I like to raise my hips if I'm going to be sitting for a long time, so I've got a bolster under here, but you can even roll a blanket or a towel or something that can just lift the hips a little bit if that's something that makes sitting for a longer period of time a little more accessible for you. So find yourself seated with the cross of your feet offset. If you've got lotus or half lotus in your practice and you would like to try that right now, just make sure that it's something that you can maintain for quite some time. We'll try to keep the body as still as possible through our meditation today. Ground the sits bones into whatever you're sitting in. Find the spine and begin to lift up through. Shoulders move away from the ears. Gently tuck the chin. And close the eyes or soften the gaze. Hands can be either folded in your lap with the right over the left, placed on the knees face down, or placed on the knees face up. Whatever works for you, that's what you do. But again, trying to keep a position where the body can stay still for about 20 minutes, 25 minutes. Begin to bring the awareness to the breath at the tip of the nose. Just noticing how you're breathing today, where you're breathing. Observing at first. Notice the posture as well. Notice if you're beginning to kind of sink down. Lift back up, trying to keep the spine as elongated and tall as possible. And just noticing how you're breathing right now. Allow the knees to move towards the floor. And making any last adjustments that you might need to find that stillness through the next 20 minutes. Throughout the meditation, if you notice that you're beginning to arch the back, gently lift the chest. And now bringing your awareness to the pathway of the breath. With your next inhale, trace the inhale from the nostrils into the back of the throat and down into the lungs. If it feels like you're breathing very high this morning, if your inhale is kind of up in the chest or shoulder area, begin to slow the inhale. Elongate the inhale to bring a little more space between basically the nose and the end of the exhale. Bring that inhale down a little further into the chest. As you exhale, gently press the belly button to the spine to help push out the breath up through the lungs, into the back of the throat, into the nostrils, and out. Keeping your awareness on the pathway of your breath, your inhale and exhale for the next few rounds of breath. And taking the time to elongate the inhale if it feels that you're breathing a little bit high this morning. As each inhale goes a little deeper into the chest, notice the spine becomes a little bit taller. As you inhale, create space between the vertebrae. Spine is an energy channel, and we'd like to try to keep it as elongated as possible. Actually, the energy channel isn't exactly in the spine, but that's just the most accessible frame of reference right now. Think of it as like a hose. If there's a kink in a hose, it's kind of hard to get that water through. If there's a bend or a kink in the spine, it's a little hard to get the energy through. As the inhale becomes more accessible, as it enters and flows a little bit deeper into the chest, almost below the lungs, begin to bring the awareness to the sound of your breath. And follow the sound from the tip of the nose and in and from the lower lungs and out on your exhale, just noticing the sound. Release all the other sounds in the room or around the room. Release all other sounds of your environment, focusing in sharply on the sound of your breath. Noticing the characteristics and quality of the sound of your breath. Noticing how it differs from the nostrils into the back of the throat and into the lungs, and noticing the sound there. That transition from hearing from the outside to hearing from the inside, hearing from that inner landscape. Gently use the belly button to press every last drop out to make space for an even bigger inhale each time. If the mind wanders, gently bring it back to the sound of your breath. Not engaging with the thought, not chasing it down or pushing it away. Just notice it was a thought, notice there was a distraction, and bring yourself right back. As the sound and the pace of the breath becomes effortless, begin to shift awareness to the root chakra, to Muladhara chakra, which is at the pelvic floor, generally speaking, the base of the pelvis. When this chakra is in balance, we feel a solid foundation, a firm grounding in what we do and how we do it, in ourselves and potentially in others. And when this chakra is imbalanced, we feel uncentered, anxious, kind of like floating, not really having a grounded footing. as you pull your awareness into the root chakra. Notice a spinning red orb in the area of that chakra. The base of the spine, the base of the pelvis. Bringing all attention and awareness to this red orb, slowly spinning. Notice the color, notice the speed at which it spins. With each inhale, inviting in that strength, that centeredness, that grounding and that stability that fuels the root chakra. Each exhale, release that which interferes with that stability and that strength. If the mind wanders, gently bring it back to the connection of that spinning red orb of the root chakra, and taking in that which nourishes it while releasing that which does not. Inhaling, I am strong, I am centered, I am grounded, I am secure. Exhale that which does not serve those qualities. I am strong, I am grounded, I am centered, I am secure. I am strong, I am grounded, I am centered, I am secure. Exhale that which does not serve. Inhaling, I am strong, I am grounded, I am centered, I am secure. Exhale that which no longer serves. Inhaling, I am strong, I am grounded, I am centered, I am secure. Exhale. Inhale, I am strong, I am grounded, I am centered, I am secure. Exhale that which no longer serves. Exhale that which interferes with your inhale. Maintaining your awareness. On each inhale, nourishing the Muladhara chakra. Each exhale, releasing that which does not serve it. Giving yourself permission to let go of what does not serve. That's where we have the choice. And even that choice of letting go strengthens that chakra, firms that foundation from which everything else flows. With each inhale, not just reciting the words, actually feeling the qualities of that strength, of that grounding, of that centeredness, and of that security. Each inhale, that spinning red orb at the root chakra becomes brighter. Allow each inhale not only to strengthen the Muladhara chakra, but allow it to radiate throughout your entire being. With each pulse of your heart, notice that radiation from the inhale throughout every part of your body, every part of your mind, every part of your soul. Red, shining, pulsing flickers of light. Nourish your entire being with each inhale. So while that strength and fortitude is grounded in that root chakra, concentrated there, it also serves the rest of you. It serves every other chakra, it serves every aspect of your existence. And allow that metaphor, that experience, that radiation of each inhale, of each pulsing beat of your heart, to bring that strength to every corner of your world. Notice what that feels like. Notice how strength is infusing every part of your world. Allow it to infuse your decisions. Allow yourself to say no when you have to. Allow yourself to serve your own foundations in order to better serve others. Each inhale, the red orb becomes brighter, radiates through your existence. Each exhale, press out, release that which no longer serves. Release judgment, release doubt, Release questioning of yourself. Release expectation. Release that which no longer serves. That grounded place. The mind wanders, simply bring it back. Bring it back to Muladhara Chakra, bring it back to that spinning orb. And that radiating of strength and stability and groundedness throughout your entire being. Shifting awareness now back to the sound of your breath. Each pathway, inhaling and exhaling. Shifting attention away from that concentrated focus on Muladhara Chakra, but with the recognition that it's always there. That it's something that can be that centering guidance if we allow it to be so. Focusing in now on the sound of the breath. Noticing the subtle differences between that inhaling and exhaling, the sounds from within the body and as it moves outside the body. Maintaining the awareness of how that sound changes from within to without. Bringing your awareness to the space between each inhale and exhale. There's that slight pause. At the top of your next inhale, pause briefly, inhale a little bit more, take in another sip. Pause, accentuate that space between. And then allow the exhale. Inhale again. Pause at the top. Sip in a little bit more. Pause. Exhale. Inhale. Pause. Sip in a little bit more. Biggest inhale of the day so far. Pause again at the top. And now release into the exhale. Inhale, a little bit of a pause at the top. Exhale. Pause at the bottom of your exhale this time. Press out a little bit more. Pause again. Making room for your next inhale and inhale. The more space we make on our exhales, the more room we have on our inhales. To inhale that energy, exhale that which no longer serves. Again, at the bottom of your exhale, pause. Press out a little bit more. Use the belly button to help. Press towards spine. Pause again. Inhale. Exhale. Pause. Press out a little more. Make a little more space. And inhale. Inhale at the top. Pause. Exhale. Pause. Inhale. Pause at the top of each inhale and the bottom of each exhale. Now pausing before continuing the breath. Just taking that moment to recognize that space between. Reminds us to stay in the moment. It reminds us that we really can't do two things at once. Multitasking is a myth. Pausing at the top of each inhale, at the bottom of each exhale, for the next few rounds of breath. Thanking that space between to be that reminder throughout your day to remain present, remain in the here and now. Release the pause. Gently open the eyes or sharpen the gaze. Use the hands to come outside the knees. Bring the feet together and the knees together. Give yourself a hug. Find some movement in the seated posture before you get going, standing. Place the hands behind you or beside you. Rock the knees side to side. Just open up the hips a little bit more. Get a little movement. Again, hug. If you'd like to recross the feet and hinge forward, you are welcome to do so. Again, just finding a little bit of movement. Release the neck, the chin towards the spine. The chin towards the chest. Inhale, come up. Release the chin to the chest again. Open up the neck. Bring the right ear to the right shoulder. Keeping the right shoulder moving away from the ear. Inhale through center. Exhale. Left ear to left shoulder. Spine is straight. Inhale. Bring the head back to center. And roll the shoulders. Move however you need to right now. Especially if your feet or anything fell asleep, then definitely get some movement in before you try to stand up. That would not probably be the best idea right now to walk on sleepy feet. And I thank you very much for joining me today with your meditation. And remember that Muladhara chakra is always there, and we can always access it and cultivate it so it can bring us that stability throughout our day and throughout our world. The light in me shines till the light in you. Namaste.